Here I have a 1977 Gibson Les Paul Artisan, and the Artisan was made for 5 years. It's unique in the sense that this was also a new finish in the 70s, a transparent, I call it root beer, it's a transparent brown. What makes this guitar unique is not only the 3 pickups, which is uncommon and happens occasionally on Les Pauls, but not really a common thing. Some of these, I've never seen one, but I've heard there are ones with 2 pickups on them, and they came in a variety of colors, including your basic black, which was, everybody's favorite for a long time. But the unique inlay pattern is what makes this an Artisan, and I'm a sucker for fancy inlay like that. I think it's just gorgeous. If I didn't own one of these already, I wouldn't sell this one. I've got a 1989 Les Paul Custom that I received as a trade-in in 1991, and I had it as my main black Les Paul Custom for many years. And then I got a Les Paul Standard that was a little lighter weight and had a little slimmer neck, and I could sell this one for a lot more money, so I ended up keeping that one and I'm selling this one. But it's a great guitar. If I could keep them all, this would be one of the top ones on the list as far as ones I wanted to keep. And interesting thing about the pickups on the 1989 guitars, I've only seen it on 89 guitars, and I've had it on a Gibson SG as well. If you take the pickups out, you look underneath them, they have what looks like a printed circuit board on the bottom to make the connections to the coils to each other and then the wires that run off to go to the controls. And they're really great sounding pickups. I've owned two guitars from 1989 that had that. I've never seen it on guitars any other year, and they're great sounding pickups. So I'd like to, if anybody has any information about that, let me know. It's a very interesting thing. They're terrific humbuckers. Here I have an Explorer 2, which was a revamped Explorer. This is a 1979, and the guitar is made of walnut. Instead of having a rosewood board, it has an ebony board. And in 1978-79, Gibson redesigned the Explorer and the Flying V. They did on the V, they did some contouring. They did here. You see, there's a little contour here for your rib cage. Then they made these out of walnut and maple, instead of the typical mahogany or Carina wood, which is African mahogany. They also came with the new a tunable tailpiece. The Explorer is probably one of the most comfortable, unusual, it's an extremely comfortable guitar to play, and you can buy Explorers a lot cheaper than you buy Les Pauls these days. If you can get past the the heavy metal 80s kind of look, they're a really comfortable place sitting or standing. This is a rare Les Paul here. They started making these in the mid-90s. This is called a DC Standard. And it has a chambered body, meaning that it's extra lightweight and it has a brighter, more acoustic type tone. Gives it a little bit more warmth as far as tone is concerned. And these came with a 24 fret neck instead of the standard 22 fret neck by Gibson. And this green color is pretty rare. It's got a nice flame maple to it, transparent green. I've only seen a couple other Gibson guitars in the last 20 years with this finish, so it's not only a great feeling and sounding guitar, but a really cool looking guitar. I have here a 1965 Gibson Melody Maker with 2 pickups. They came out with either 1 or 2. This Gibson was Gibson's entry-level guitar, least expensive electric guitar they made in the late 50s and up until the early 70s. And they're really nice little guitars, and they can still be had for very reasonable prices. This one's only $1,700, and it's a tremendous guitar. Initially, when they made these, they made them single cutaway like the Les Pauls, but they have a thinner body, or a flat body with single cutaway. They also made an Epiphone version like that as well, with 1 or 2 pickups. But by 61 or 2, they developed a double cutaway design, but the first ones had a neck heel that came out to here. The neck would go into the heel, and the heel would extend out this far. In 65, they gave it a facelift and took the heel away so that your hand could get up here easier. And then in 66, they changed the body shape to the SG body shape until they discontinued the guitar in 1972. So the Melody Makers from 1966, 67 on till their discontinuation in 1972 are an SG body shape, and usually came in red, white, or blue. And that concludes our little journey into the Gibson Wall today. There you go.